Hello, guys, and welcome back to a new episode of the Football Plus Formula One show. Today I've been really busy. I didn't make the video early in the morning, so that's why the video will be released very quickly. I can promise in an hour or 2 hours before the Ballon d'Or. But we're going to talk about yesterday's Premier League games, some games from the other leagues, and also we're going to review the Barca Grand Prix yesterday. Let's start with the Premier League. Sunderland drew 1-1 with Sunderland. Sunderland drew 1-1 with Aston Villa. Sorry, Sunderland was down to 10 men in the first half, and then the second half, Matty Cash gave Aston Villa the lead, which gave them the first goal of the season. But then, for 8 minutes later, the joy of Aston Villa was removed away as Wilson Isidore scored 1-1, and still Aston Villa still looking for their first win of the season. Bournemouth drew 0-0 with Newcastle. Nothing much to say really. Bournemouth, I think they were the better side, but don't always win games by being the best side. Arsenal against Manchester City at any day, 1-1 draw. In the first half, again, City started the game very well. A goal from Erling Haaland, and then as long as the game went on, and City knew they couldn't dominate the possession, control the game, try to create chances. Pep Guardiola went with a very defensive approach. Took out all the attackers, all the players like Haaland, Doku, the attackers who I thought was very good. Once again, Doku, Haaland. Not only he scored it, I thought he had a very good game. I thought he was causing problems for Gabriel Magalhaes. And 1-1 draw, great. It was looking really good for Manchester City. They were holding on, and the defensive approach of Guardiola, which we normally don't see, because the way he went defensive in the second half was like, is this Pep Guardiola coaching this team or Jose Mourinho? Because he went so defensive. I mean, he went so defensive, but I actually respect Guardiola for that. That he can able to adapt, able to evolve. Now people will say, "Oh, but why didn't say the same thing about Arteta? Well, last season he went defensive against City, and I didn't criticize him. Look back on the video. In that video, I never criticized him for his defensive approach last season. I never criticized it. I liked it. And they were down to 10 men and they were winning, so it was right decision. So I never criticized Arteta for that. He was right in that match. But this game, Guardiola, it was like a complete switch of last year's match I mentioned. Complete switch. Arsenal was attacking side and City with the defensive side. And City defended very well. I thought Diaz Gavardio defended quite well. I mean, the guy like Guardiola was bringing every defender as possibly as he can. He was bringing Stones in, Ake, Nico Gonzalez. He was bringing every defender in. Like the guy was like, he was really he was really parking the bus. Let's be honest, he was really parking the bus. Pep Guardiola. It was like a Jose Mourinho-esque performance. But I won't say Mourinho, but it was like a bit like Mourinho. I won't say Jose Mourinho-esque because if this was Mourinho, maybe he would have held on to a 1-0 win. But at the same time, I respect Pep Guardiola for his approach, because he knew that Arsenal are a better team than City right now, and he knew that going to toe-to-toe with City and play, City trying to attack, etc., especially with the vulnerabilities that defensively City have, it might be a problem. And yes, they conceded the late goal at the end from Martinelli. A bit of a mistake maybe for Donnarumma, who went a bit earlier, maybe. But except that I thought he had a good game. And City with time wasting as well. Let's not forget that with time wasting. It was like watching this City side in this game was like watching Arsenal against City last season at the Etihad. Like very defensive. But I respect Guardiola for that. But he's shown that he can adapt, he can evolve, he can change. He's not stubborn. He's not like other coaches where they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna stick to my principles. I'm gonna stick to my way. If we're gonna lose, we're gonna lose in my way." Right? No. Guardiola's not that coach, and I respect that. I respect that from Pep. But from Arsenal's side, and City, quite unlucky in the end. They didn't go on to win the game. Really worked for that approach. The 8 points behind Liverpool. At 8 points, yeah, and this is City's worst start to the season for many many years. I think since 2006. But listen, 8 points, being 8 points behind, yeah, it's not ideal for City, but I expect them to come back. I don't expect them to be like continue. And Liverpool will drop points as well. Let's not forget Liverpool will drop points. It's not like they're gonna win every single game this season. So yeah, and the same goes for Arsenal. Arsenal are 5 points behind, but the season is very early. By the way, it's only 5 games, man. Like, come on. So, because I've been hearing from people, oh, Liverpool have already won the Premier League. What are you talking about? Still very early season. Still very very early. It's not yet over, but City, it nearly worked for City. They nearly hold on, and they deserve credit. Guardiola deserves credit for changing his approach. Even though he didn't go on and manage to hold on with the win. So yeah. And like I said, the likes of Haaland and Doku were very, very good. Foden, again, very good performance for him. So Guardiola will be quite disappointed in the end not to go on and win the game, but he'll be happy with how City have showed the spirit. He said at the press conference that he doesn't give a damn about the results. He wants to see the spirit that he didn't see last season, which is right, and you kind of saw it from City in this game. Let's go to Arsenal because once again, Arteta has been cautious. Again, he was cautious again. Like he wasn't Anfield. And I understand that to some extent, because it's Anfield, it's away, you have to be careful. But this game, I'm sorry. I don't want to see anybody defending it. Playing Mikel Merino, Zubimendi, and Declan Rice as your midfield. What is this? Not playing Eze instead of Trossard. Nuno Madueke, I understand because Nuno Madueke, in the first half, he was one of the only Arsenal players that was try to take on, try to make something happen. Because the other players were doing not much. Mikel Merino all the time had the ball. He was like, keeping, not passing. He was like slowing down, not passing, not looking for the pass to Gyökeres. As soon as Eze came on, he was looking straight away to the pass of Gyökeres. He was trying to, and you have to feel sorry for Gyökeres. Because people criticize him, but when he's making those runs behind and they don't give him the ball, like it happened in the United game, Liverpool game, and this game, can you really blame him? And to be honest with you, Joker is not the kind of player who drops back. I would be surprised if Kai Havertz comes back from an injury and he starts next game and starts the first game he comes back from injury and Joker drops because Havertz is a Arteta guy. He's he can drop deep, he can link up play. Joker is not that kind of player, but you sign Joker to help him, to give him those services to score. To score goals, but also to help him. And those Arsenal players are not helping him. They're not helping him. They're not. And why you starting Trossard? I mean, Trossard's a very good player, but he's better when he's coming off the bench, not when he's starting. So for Arteta to not start Eze is mind blowing. Because as soon as he came in, he soon made an impact. Martinelli came on, made an impact, scored in the end. Good finish for him, a great finish from him. Like Arteta, Arteta is like very very cautious. He's very cautious. Mikel Merino, Zubimendi, and Rice in that three midfield. What is this? Like you play three defensive midfielders against a side. With all due respect to City, they're a very good side, but they're not the City of old. So this is for you to capitalize on it. And I'm sorry, you don't win. Arteta cannot win the Premier League with being having this too cautious approach. They think he cannot. Yeah, Jose Mourinho won titles by being this kind of pragmatic manager, but the Premier League was different back then. Now you have to be, you have to adapt. You have to, change. And Arteta doesn't change. He doesn't change. And again, like you were saying in press conference, oh, nobody mentioned it about the midfield in Bilbao. Excuse me, playing as Bilbao, it's two different games. Playing as Bilbao is completely different to playing as Manchester City. I think what Mikel Arteta was looking for this game is try and make it 0-0 as much as he can. Try stay in the game, make it 0-0 until the 70th minute when he's going to bring the big hunters in, the big attackers, the superstars like Saka, etc. and then they're gonna deliver for him. I think that he was trying to approach him that way. But you're at home against Manchester City. If you're away to City, away to Liverpool, I would understand. But you're at home. You're at home. Take the handbrake off, Arteta. Arteta's done a brilliant job at Arsenal, but you know, has he taken them too far? When you see these kind of games, can you really criticize Arsenal fans for being too negative and criticizing Arteta constantly? No. Like, you're playing three defensive midfielders against a City side that is not the strongest City side. Why? Why you do that? You're not starting Eze. Why as well? Why? Trossard is better coming off the bench. Why you do that? I think Arteta wasted. Arsenal wasted 45 minutes in that first half. They wasted it because of stupid Arteta's team selection. Stupid. Like, what was he doing? I mean, like, you cannot win the Premier League by having this cautious approach. You can't. You have to attack. You have to go for it. You have to go for it. You have to smell blood. Smell like like a lion. But Arsenal, like pussycat. Arteta is like a pussycat. He's a coward. He's too scared. He's more concerned about not losing the game than trying to win the game. Like, come on. Take the handbrake off. Like, attack first. Put City under pressure first. Try to attack. And then if you score one, make it to 1-0, then you could bring in Mourinho to see the game out. But to start Mourinho from the start of the game, like, what is this? Like, dumb. Listen, I don't support Arsenal, but that really, really upset me. Really upset me. What are you doing, Arteta? What are you doing? So, yeah, like, once again, this game, it has shown that Arteta, why Arteta is not in the level of managers like Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, and Arne Slot. He's shown why he's not in the level of those great managers. He's shown why he's not in the level of Luis Enrique, Hansi Flick, Simeone Inzaghi. He's shown that. Because he's too cautious of a coach. Too cautious of a manager. Why don't go for it? Smell the blood. You know, take advantage of it. But Arteta's scared. He's a coward. He was like not. He's not a coward he's not coward as a person or personally, but in this game he was very coward. He showed that he was a coward in this game. You know. But yeah, let's move on to La Liga. Barcelona win 3-0 comfortably against Getafe, the most anti-football side you can ever imagine. Getafe, especially speaking about Arsenal and City. 2 goals from Ferran Torres and goal from Dani Olmo. Good 3 points for Barcelona, and they keep winning. Still 2 points though behind Real Madrid. In Serie A, Inter Milan beat Sassuolo 2-1. Also, there was the derby of between Lazio and Roma, the Rome derby, and Roma wins that game at the end, wins it 1-0. PSG vs Marseille was postponed. It's going to be played today. I don't know why, but it's gonna be played today. It was postponed yesterday. It's going to be played today, so later on. So yeah, that's it. Now let's talk about Formula 1.